Let's have a look at Subsidiary Books 1, where we are going to open the purchase book and the purchase return book and post it into the ledger accounts. So this book starts with in the books of Robert Furniture Mart. So Robert Furniture Mart is a place where we are going to manage furniture, that is purchase and sell furniture. So other than furniture, it is assets. So we'll start the sum with the heading in the books of Robert Furniture Mart. So first of all, they've asked us in the sum to open out the purchase day book and the purchase return book of Robert Furniture Mart. So we're going to first start with the purchase book. So let's write out the heading as purchase book and give the format as date, particulars, invoice number, ledger folio, amount, details and total. So here the first item is on June 1st, purchase from Balu Traders 20 chairs at rupees 150 each on credit. So this is a credit transaction which comes in the purchase book. So we are going to write the trader's name, Balu Traders, and then it is the description of the product purchase. So 20 chairs at rupees 150 each. You will multiply 20 and 150 and write it in the total column since there's only one item given there. Next, on June 13, bought from Subhash and Co on credit. So leave a line and next line you're going to write Subhash and Co. This is a credit purchase, so it goes to the purchase book. So we have three items given over here. They've given 2 almirahs at 3,100 each, 10 tables of 1,500 each and 15 chairs of 200 each. You're going to multiply each of these items and write it in the details column. So when you add each of these items, you get a total of 24,200, which will be written in the details column because we have a trade discount to be discounted. So the trade discount will be discounted on the 24,200. So 24,200 into 10 by 100, you get 2,420. On subtraction, we get 21,780 rupees. So next step, we are going to add up the freight charges which we have in the problem. The freight charges is 220 rupees. So on adding, we get an amount of 22,000 which we are going to write in the outer column. After Subhash & Co. on June 24th, we have another transaction of purchase which is about Sunrise Furniture Mart. They have purchased 25 almirahs at rupees 1,300 each. Since it's just one item, we are going to record it in the outer column, that is the total column. So you're going to multiply 25 into 1,300 and put it in the outer column for Sunrise Furniture Mart. Next, on June 27th, we have Mauli Traders who have purchased on credit 10 executive tables at 3,275 each. So we are going to record Mauli Traders because it is credit purchase, and then we are going to multiply the 10 into 3,275 and put it in the outer column. With this, all transactions in relating to the purchase book is over. So we are going to total up the purchase book, that is we are going to total up the totals column, the outer column, and get the amount for the purchase book. We are going to record it as purchase account which shows debit balance. So the total of the purchase account or the purchase book is 90,250, which will be recorded in the totals column. Next, let's start with the purchase return book. So the format of the purchase return book is there on screen now. So the only difference is invoice number. Instead of invoice number which we write in the purchase book, we will use debit note number in the purchase return book. The transaction relating to purchase return book is on June 21st, return 2 damaged chairs to Balu Traders and cash not received. So now the question here is they've given 2 damaged chairs. So we got to open out a column after the total column called as remarks, and we got to write the remarks there as damaged. Then the next problem over here is the amount for each damaged chair. So that we must take from the previous transaction which we have done with Balu Traders. So previously with Balu Traders, we have purchased chairs at rupees 150 each. So that is what we are going to take over here also. So 2 damaged chairs, 2 chairs at rupees 150 each. So multiply 2 into 150 and write it in the outer column, that is the totals column. Next transaction we have on the 29th, we have written 3 almirahs from Sunrise Furniture Mart. So again here also we must go and see the rate of the Almira from the previous transaction done with Sunrise Furniture Mart. So we purchased the almiras at 1300 each. So the cost of the almira is going to be 1300. So when we record in the purchase return book, we will record as Sunrise Furniture Mart, give the description of the items returned and multiply with 1300, which is the cost of each almira, and then put it in the total column. So with this, all the return transactions are over. Therefore, we are going to total the purchase return book and write it as purchase return account. So now the purchase return account shows a credit balance. Therefore, we will write it as CR over there. Add up the purchase return book total column and give the answer. So next start with the ledger account. So we are going to open the purchase account. There are two ways of do the ledger account. So one thing is generally just imagine the journal entry. So credit purchase of goods, what will be the journal entry? So the journal entry will be purchases account data to that particular creditor, to sundry creditors or the creditor's name if it is only one person. So here purchase account is in the debit of the journal entry. So we are going to go to the debit side and write to sundry creditors. This is one method of doing it. The another method is in the purchase book, the total, when we write the total, we write purchase account and we put DR in the bracket, which states that it shows a debit balance. So go to the debit side of the purchase account and write the opposite account's name. So when you look at the purchase book, we can see that there are a number of creditor's name over there. So we are going to record it with July 31st as on the last date, and we're going to record it with a common name called as sundry creditors, and the total of the purchase book will be recorded in the ledger account. With that being done, like any other ledger account, we are going to balance it. So the balance carried on comes on the last date of the month on the credit side by balance carried on, because debit side we've got just one entry, which is be the greatest one. Then after the grand total, see that you bring the brought down on the opposite side, that is purchase account will have a debit side brought down. So on the debit side you must write the brought down for the next month. Next, let's start the purchase return account. So now purchase return account, generally the journal entry will be the sundry creditors account data to purchase return account. So here in the journal entry, purchase return account is in the credit. So go to the credit side and write the opposite account's name, which is the sundry creditors. Or the another way is in the purchase return book, go and see the last total. What do you write there? We write purchase return account and we will denote it with CR, stating that it is credit balance. So in the purchase account, you will come to the credit side and record it with the opposite account's name. So you have two, that is Sunrise Furniture Mart and Balu Traders. Both of them are creditors. So we are going to record it with the sundry creditors over there and the usual balancing. So since we have only one entry on the credit side, your carry down will come on the debit side, which is the least side. Likewise, your brought down on the credit side. Hope you understood the sum. Thank you for the support and keep supporting.